Hi you guys, Latoya here. Welcome to my crafty space. Thank you all so much for all of the love, support, and feedback in my last video. It was 2 a.m. when I was sharing how I finished a 10-month long project, stamping every single stamp I own, dealing with over 2,000 stamps, and then, you want to triple that because I was making copies of my stamped pages, making a stamp catalog, a stamp binder. That video, I did not expect it to resonate with so many people. I did not expect the flood of comments, and I am still responding to those. So if you did leave me a comment there, I will hopefully get to it today or tomorrow. And I am going to be posting a step-by-step video on how I created a stamp binder. This, if you have not already seen, do go check out that video, but this is another one of my 6 stamp binders. This is Christmas and Valentine's Day, and this is just how I organize my stamp sets. Put them by theme, break them up into further categories. And this book, this binder, it literally makes me so happy. And I've tried making a few cards using this new system, and it has been absolutely amazing. So check back in the next day or two because I'll be showing step-by-step how to make one of these if you're interested. If you have not already seen my last video, I'll put the link in the description box also so you can see why I was so burnt out and why it took a while for me to make this video. Okay, onto the good stuff, which is my D-stash, my giveaway. Like I mentioned before, I did a video saying I wasted money, I bought duplicates. Those duplicates are going to be a part of this giveaway. There's also items I've just de-stashed over time. And a couple things are peppered in from me stamping every single stamp set that I own. So now I'm about to show you all the items that are going to be a part of the giveaway and explain the rules. Now, I did speed up this video just a little bit because we would be here forever if I had not. Feel free to pause or slow the video down if you would like to see these items more in depth. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I getting rid of these items? Well, for example, I don't use ephemera, buttons, or brads like I used to. I'll make a whole video about that. I used to be a hardcore scrapbooker when I first started, and then I transitioned to card making, but I'm actually going to get back into scrapbooking, but again, I made a transition. Aside from that, I do have like specialty papers that came in like a bundle or a paper pumpkin kit or like this lawn fawn paper and Catherine Pullet paper. Those came with different things. I don't use specialty paper. That was a decision I made a long time ago. And this also is a reason why I can afford so many stamps because I'm not buying things like specialty paper. So instead of tossing it, I'd rather give it to someone who would appreciate it and use it. Apart from that, I've purchased items outright for a giveaway, like the Stamptember stamp sets that are a part of this. I've also purchased those duplicates on mistake, like I showed in my last few videos. I also did purchase that one duplicate on purpose, but that's a part of the giveaway. I did break up with that. These items, they all need a new home outside of my closet shelf. Now, I have given each de-stashed item a long, hard review. I've looked at the size to see if the stamp or die is appropriate for the size of the cards that I make. I typically make A2 size cards. Like, that's something we need to take into consideration as card makers and buyers. You don't want to buy something if it's not really realistic for what you're going to create. It's money wasted. Like the very first die I showed, I was in love with it. I thought it was beautiful. However, it is too large for the types of cards that I make, and I just needed to let go. And that's money lost, but it's someone else's gain. Aside from that, there's also style. I've looked at these items to see if the style still jives with what I'm in love with now. And I know our styles can change, but for me, I haven't had like a dramatic, like wave of complete change where I've had to buy like all new stamps. However, I think for me, my style has gotten more refined with the stamps that I like. And when I say refined, I just mean like more sharp. I can immediately look at a stamp set and see, yes, that suits me. No, that doesn't. So those choices were also made when I was doing this 10-month project, stamping out everything, really giving every single thing I owned a hard look. As I say, or if you're new to my channel, this is kind of what I say. I want to keep my craft space small and organized and controlled. I get enough chaos at my 2 nursing jobs. I need a place of peace and beauty, and I just want to be surrounded by things that I truly love, things that make me happy or smile, and that allow me to transfer how I feel onto paper and give it to someone else. So I'm hoping that these items I'm partying with will make you guys just as happy. Now, all of these items, stamps, stencils, ephemera paper, etc., everything you see here in this video will be randomly distributed to the winners of the giveaway. I say winners because there will be 6 separate giveaways. I felt 6 was appropriate due to the amount of items I am destashing, as you can see. So this here is giveaway number 1. I'm only shipping within the US, but I will have a universal giveaway later on, so stay tuned if you're outside of the US. However, again, just to be crystal clear, this is giveaway number 1. I'm only shipping within the United States. You will have until March 8th of 2026 to enter, and then this giveaway will close. Another will be posted after. You do have to follow my YouTube channel, and you have to tell me in the comment section below this video what got you into crafting. I'm curious, how did you end up on my page? How did you end up in the crafty world? That's it. So to catch up with where I am here, I'm showing one of the Simon Says stamp boxes. Now this was a Tim Holtz box that was sold during Stamptember, and I didn't do the step-by-step tutorial. I bought this primarily for the stamp set because, again, if you can't tell, I love stamp sets. I already own paintbrushes. I don't use specialty papers. I already have 2 bottles of glossy accents. So just those extra bits in there are up for grabs. So this here is one of those Simon Says stamp like Christmas kits, the ones that are like limited edition. That there is like a Monopoly piece, I think. That's what it reminds me of. But this kit is just beautiful. It's packed with so much ephemera and beautiful papers. However, again, I know myself. It is better for me to just give these away so somebody can use them, because while I think they're gorgeous, I would just hold on to these and hoard them because I have like separation problems. Again, there's more beautiful paper and there are some envelopes there. So just those bits I saved so someone else can put those to good use. These are some of the wooden stamps that I have. The Valentine's Day, I have a duplicate of that actually because I love it. Now here is like my treasure chest of consumables, just pieces that I bought a lot of because at the time I did love them. I was adding them on my scrapbook pages. Now, again, after doing a lot of self-assessment, I realized I just don't want to use these anymore. And that's a skull button, which looked really wicked on a scrapbook layout. So it's not because the items aren't cute. It's literally because I felt like I had to purchase so many of them just so I wouldn't run out. And I just decided to convert over to stamps. Again, it's like a treasure box when I open these of just goodies. So if you're into that kind of thing, please enter the giveaway. Now on to stamps. It's hilarious. I had to just clear my desk and bring out all of the stamps. I did show the Stampin' Up! Stamps earlier. These are all of the other companies that I have. So like these little ones and these bags, these are actually from Tailored Expression. They give these to you with a purchase, and these are just like different flowers. And as you can see, never been used. I didn't even ink these up. I just knew it wasn't something I was going to have in my stash. So I just put in the giveaway pile. And it would take me forever to read each one of these stamps, but I'm just going through and showing you guys. You can also like get a sense of what my style was too. I am going to draw attention to this Lawn Fawn stamp because the reason why it's in the pile is because the spider, only half of it is there. So that spider is actually defective. I called the company. I bought it from, I think, scrapbook.com, and they did send me another one. However, I did have to prove that there was a defect there. And like I said before, it is best for us to stamp out our items as soon as we get them to make sure they work. I have been also recording me opening my items because I don't ever want someone to say, oh, how did that become faulty, etc., etc. Another company I love is LDRS. They have some beautiful stamps. This was all just from me weeding through what I own and what I decided I needed to part with. That Hero Art stamp, the coupon one, I actually own that. That is a duplicate. I purchased 2 on mistake. And that was actually recent because it was like buy one, get one half off. I'm a nurse, not a doctor, so that's why I'm getting rid of the Stamp Bella stamp. Farm, ice cream, some Christmas, some birthday. Love these. Like, they're adorable. They're just not in line with my style anymore. Some great background stamps. I remember I went searching specifically for backgrounds because I did not own many and I wanted to fill up that area of my stash. This treehouse comes with a die also. Now, I did keep the little people for that because I loved the little animals, but you could put anything with that treehouse. These florals, they're so nice. They're just too big for what I like now. And now the Stamptember items. So I did purchase these on purpose for the giveaway. Now with the lawn fawn, you see that one small area on the stamp on the right? The yarn is like missing a bit of the black outline. It is intact as far as the stamp is concerned, but I did call the company, and because of that imperfection, they sent me a new one, which again, I love when companies are just up to par with making sure their products meet the standard that we expect. So that's why there's 2. So feel free to enter the giveaway if you're interested in any of these goodies, and I hope you all do something crafty that makes your heart happy. Bye.